Hello everybody, how you all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. What the heck is this doing in the way? We are going to do some Unreal Engine stuff today. I promise we're going to do, we're going to do World of Warcraft tomorrow. Not World of Warcraft. We're going to do some Halloween stuff tomorrow. Batman, specifically. And the reason I say that is that, I just finished downloading it, but I'm really kind of focused on this project stuff. So I want to get this stuff done today, and hopefully we'll have some fun and get a couple of good things going. All right, let's just jump into it. So, what are we actually... Actually, let me talk about this first. What are we going to do today? Today's goal is to get at this so that we can actually, do a little bit more than just kind of look at the pretty stuff. Specifically, I want to be able to build the blueprints, and I want to, when we import a WMO, I want the mesh, I want it to generate a mesh. Got some bugs in here. Where's a Venus flytrap when I need it? A hungry one. Yeah, I want it to actually generate the mesh. Now, we're actually going to make this so you can right-click Generate Mesh and right-click Generate Blueprint. And generating the blueprint will actually generate the mesh as well, because the blueprint will need the meshes. So let's kind of jump into that, shall we? All right. So here's where we're at. I haven't actually built this in a bit, so let me actually build it. There isn't a whole lot to show you that from stuff that has changed since the last stream. In fact, let me bring up the list just so I can make sure. Looks like I was working. Oh yes, I did that. I forgot. Okay, I think we ended off fixing the normals, and we added some meshes and stuff, and after that I fixed some UV issues with the landscapes. I also started clarifying some data with the new the MH2O chunk. There's definitely still more we have to do with it, but I'm hoping that this will start rolling into us being able to create our own, be able to create water out of these new chunks. So hopefully that comes to fruition soon. I don't know when, but soon. There's a very good likelihood that I will not be streaming this for the last few days of October, but I'll probably still be working on this. One of the things I've actually been working on lately has been a little side program, a little script that will actually take, if I were to go into like a material for Unreal Engine, what the script will do will take that material and then convert it over into Unreal Engine C++ code, so that I can take that material, copy, paste it in, and boom, I have my program could actually write out that material using C++ code. So I don't have to put in a material that everybody can just instance, although that is a good idea. Going forward, what this will do, however, is actually let the players create their own materials, and then they can just go in and keep doing it, but the material will automatically update as time goes on. So if I come up with a new method of it working, I can run it through the script. I can test it in the engine. I can run it through the script. I can add it to the code, and the code will automatically generate. Doing it chromatically like this is just going to save us a lot of hassle. And I'll tell you where it's really going to help. My Star Citizen projects. Because I started writing it for that, but I've been testing it with this project, so there is that. And there is not enough music going on, so let's play some music. Haven't heard this in a while.
I I'm a medieval man.
Alright, we got the project built. Let's load it up. So you guys can see some of the stuff I've been working on. But yeah, we fixed, you know, some UV issues. And then I actually have the program building some of these materials that I was just talking about. Oh, for any of our Star Citizen fans who may be watching, they just announced that they're bringing Jumptown and Ninetales in over the next month or so. It's a, you know, the dynamic event, so I'd really like it if they would bring in some what's it? You know, the Siege of Orson. That'd be nice. All right. So yeah, we did quite a bit of work. You can see these are a lot bigger now. And this is pretty much where we left off last time. We got the normals working. I actually came in here and made some lights in here, and that's actually kind of nice. All right, let's see. Pretty much through November 2nd, there will be there will be all sorts of Jumptowns and Ninetales. So you're probably wondering, you know, why is it in here? That it doesn't really light things up. Well, that's true. Until I go to path tracing. Now, granted, I have a pretty beefy PC, so this path tracing is going pretty fast. But yeah, look at that. That's just with these lights. Now, there's definitely improvements we can make with that. We can come in here. We can actually, you know, generate our some masks so that this looks good. But yeah, that's just, you know, part of it. Also did some in here, and it just helps. But you know, just with the lumen, it actually does pretty decent. So, all things to work on. But, you know, that's when we start getting more into the artistry as opposed to the technical know-how. Now, I suppose one thing we could probably do is some of these can have, like, toggles on, you know, if they glow or if they don't. And we can actually create, you know, when appropriate, materials that are, you know, on and or off. So, you know, if these ones are on, they would get toggled that way, and if these ones are, or if these ones are off and these ones are on, they would, you know, it would basically create two materials, and we'd have to, you know, manage that. Fortunately, with this one, the materials inside do not match the ones outside. But you know, there are people who want to fix that, and that's actually one of the prospects of this whole project is. Building it up in such a way that if people were to come in and completely replace this model for Goldshire Inn, it would propagate out to every other instance of this model. So that's the goal, is to make it so that works. You know, we already know that changing this one house will change all the other houses in here. But we also wanted to work with, you know, the doodad setups and all that. So that's kind of the goal. Anyways, you can see that the materials are now, you know, these huge checkered things. They're no longer the little tiny ones. And that's because I was doing some tests and found that adding the adding the UVs in there was actually causing some problems. I mean, actually over here. Yeah, adding UVs and adding textures in here were causing problems because, you know, I would add in a texture and then all of a sudden I couldn't see it because it was so itsy bitsy tiny. The good news is with this default chunk texture thingy, it's actually doing each one of these chunks. There's 16 across, so you know each one of these is basically one chunk of ADT data, and that's actually kind of useful. I mean, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's all 16. Or 0 to 15 if you count that way. So this is just a very nice visual thing. Those of you who are noticing, there's this Create Materials button down here on the ADTs now. If I were to click that, what it would actually do is it would create this material function, make material layer, and it took me quite a while to, and it's still boring. All right. There. Should be more like that. Anyways, yeah, this is our basic material chunk layer. With this, we can actually create a... if we come into design here, we actually have the previous one. This is actually how I built it. Is I wrote it up in here, selected, copied, went to Notepad, or in this case, Notepad++, and then hit paste. And then I went through line by line to convert this over into C++ code. If I were to come in here and... where is it? Material system. I really need to kind of organize this a bit better. But you can see, this is it right here. This is our material. It just builds all that. Now the material function is right here, and this is all manually built, and you can, there's definitely some problems in here, but yeah, copy, paste, translate, and doing it for this one function made me realize that is way too loud. Made me realize just how much I need to spend time writing a script that basically does this for me, because I broke the materials like 5 or 6 times every day. Yeah, every single time I worked on it, it broke 5 times. Just me trying to figure out how to make everything connect and do all that. So, but I've got this one pretty much down pat. We do need to actually come in and rebuild our landscape material to look more like this. So these will give us, we can specify our material layers, and we have a normal layer. We'll probably build that up later so you can actually, come in and make changes to that and actually specify normals. I mean, it'd be ideal if we can make it so that, well, it'd be ideal for a lot of things, actually. But then you also have the alpha channels, which actually mask everything off. And that should create a single tile. And then we have to multiply that by 256 times. Which means 256 instances. Now, if we, come here to material, we can see that, here's the old material that's currently being written by the script. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. But then, that can be instanced out to the landscape material instances. And you can see here, we got the alphas and the fuses and all sorts of stuff. And, we can specify our tiling in case we want to do 1 or, 1 or 16. But I have it set to 16 because I figured doing it in the chunks is probably going to be way easier than trying to figure out how to dynamically mask this whole thing. Because each one of these chunks has 4 layers. And this one has 4 layers. And this one has 4 layers. And at no point is there a guarantee that the mask that ends right here will start up right here. Because it could have shifted layers. So there's definitely going to be some real big shitstorm trying to compile that all down. Now, I have come up with basically 2 ways of getting around that issue. The first, we just deal with 256 instances of the material. That's probably the easiest solution. The other solution is to manually stitch all of this together into one large texture. We'll make it a virtual texture, and then plaster that on top. And we're going to have to make a system for material system for that. But, you know, I do not want to, you know, come in here, make a material, and then, you know, I don't want to have to make all this and then manually convert it over into something that will work in C++. It just takes way too freaking long. Hence why I've been spending time doing that scripting. But we're not going to work on that tonight, because, you know, as much as I want to, we're not. We're instead going to work on trying to get, you know, I want to finish off the WMOs. You know, we're close, we're good. We need to get it so that the materials, or not the materials, but the objects are actually imported as material. Models. Import as models. Alright, here, we'll come here. So the concept will be right-click. Instead of re-import, we'll have generate materials or generate blueprint, and they'll both generate the models. Meshes, models, something. But we'll have generate meshes and generate blueprint. Blueprint will call generate meshes because it needs that for the blueprint. But the blueprint's going to be the big one. And actually, I suppose we should have it look and, you know, see if all the meshes have been generated before, you know, actually calling the generated mesh. Or we just tell it to skip anything we have. I don't know. There's possibilities all over the place. Alright, so, first things first. Let's kind of jump in here. And I was actually in the middle of trying to add some new actions. Alright. Generate blueprint. No, not... Well, we are going to need blueprint too, but no, let's come in here. First of all, let's switch that up to blueprints. No, we'll leave it blueprint. But we also need generate meshes. Create from there, good. Generate meshes. Uses the selected WMOs assets to no. Generates meshes from the selected WMO assets. There we go. And we'll tell this generate meshes. There. Copy, paste. Generate blueprint. Generates a blueprint for the selected. Generates blueprints for the selected WMO assets. There we are. Alright, and this will tell it to generate blueprint. Oof. Alright, so from here we actually need to tell it to do the generating. So I'm kind of thinking it might be best to actually make that a functionality of the asset itself, and then just call it in here. So let's come in here to asset, group data, huge asset. There we are. And we'll also have it that you can call it in the editor. Generate generate meshes. There we are. Create an implementation. And here we'll just tell it, hey, start making the meshes. Alright. Info. Generating meshes. Okay, so that will actually give me some leeway. And we can come in here and we'll hit that. Generate meshes. Oh, is it still saying ADT? Yeah. Alright, we'll fix that. Alright, and we'll come in here. Generate blueprint. What's that doing there? Generating blueprint. All right. Generate blueprint. There we are. Close this down. Hopefully this is all I have to do for the actions. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh. It's gotta be log, not info. Ugh. Trying a different flavor than I normally go with. For some reason, doesn't taste as good as I remember. Strawberry and watermelon. Maybe I'm just not using as much flavor as I should. But it's still flavorful enough. It's just like, it's a little tart. I don't know, maybe it was expired. Some of those, flavor things stick around for months. Because, I try to go for them and then they get buried. Alright. So if this works, then we can actually generate our meshes. Shouldn't be too hard. We already have most of the information we already need. The big thing will be actually trying to figure out how to get it to create a static mesh. Hey, generate meshes. Okay, let's open up the output log. That way, at least I can see it. Generating meshes. And generating blueprint. Perfect. Okay. I feel like I want to say static meshes, but that's not necessarily... Except that is true. As far as I know, WMOs do not animate. They have submeshes that do, but yeah, I want to change that. All right, WMO actions. Generate static mesh. Static meshes. Generate static meshes from the selected WMO assets. All right, just a simple thing, and that we're not going to reboot just for that. Although that said, I am going to close this down. So, now, let's get into this. We need to create a new factory, I believe. So, auto, U, static, mesh factory. Am I... Okay. Static mesh factory. New object. U static mesh factory. New. That's right, because it's new. Outer object is null. Or just that. There we go. Alright, let's come up here. Procedural conversion. Where do I make this part of the actor? No. I want this to be part of the asset. Include factory static mesh import data? No. Edit static editor static mesh factory. I guess that's it. So does that make this a use static mesh factory vectors? All right. feel like I'm doing this wrong, but nobody's around to tell me that I'm not. All right, I'm actually going to jump over here now and do that right here. Okay. No. Build a static mesh. Let me try putting editor. All right. Mesh description, static mesh description. All right. Static mesh asset. Create. All right, here we are. Object name, vertices, faces. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like I don't do the factory at all. So I can probably remove that. Alright, I think we have the generate static mesh. Yeah, generate mesh data. So I think the first thing we'll do is generate our mesh data. All right. All right, so I think I probably need to come in here to the asset or the actor for the WMOs, because this is actually where, you know, generate mesh comes into play. And yeah, there's some nice protections too. Okay, now we are the source. We are the source! Alright. This. Not sure if this is a good idea or not. I think just that works. Alright. I can close that, I can close that. Good night. Generate meshes. New data found. Import textures. It's nice that I can just lift most of this stuff straight in. Oh. I can't import the material system. I've been having this problem with the material system for a bit. Is that I need it in both WoW Importer and the formatters. But that's because, you know, certain aspects of these things need to go in there. Maybe I need to be moving things into a third folder. So, like, you know, move the assets into another project. I mean, I'd like to move them over to, you know, the WoW Importer, but, you know, they're pretty tied into a lot of aspects in there. I mean, you know, WoW version and, you know, all the asset files and probably the blueprint files. Leave this just the source data. That's probably what I'm going to have to do here. It's just, I'm just running into these issues time after time after time. So, copy, paste, rename. Public, private, all right. Yeah, okay. All right, start with the publics. Do I want to move actors? No. Okay, move. Oh, seriously? One of these, huh? There we go. I think that's probably all fine. You, however, and you, however. Okay. Yeah, this is all happening off screen for you, but yeah, tough. Wait, why am I doing it that way? And technically, they're all assets. Nope. We're just gonna do this. Uh-oh. And now, oh, there we go. All right. No. Okay. I guess I'm doing this with command prompt. Get move. WMO asset.cpp. WMO asset.cpp. Okay. Looks like it's right. Let's generate our project and see what happens. Oh, we had a problem. Yeah, okay. So we actually have to edit this. All right. So we're going to call this, well, assets. And that should be the only changes there. We're going to need, well, formats. And we're probably going to need those two, yeah. Don't think we're going to need those. Although, frankly, I don't know if I am or not. At this point, I don't know which of these I need at all. Yeah, I could probably get rid of probably half of these, if not more. I mean, okay, yeah, I absolutely do not need slate in this. All right. Generate. Let's see. Okay, that one. Reload all. Okay. So we now have 3 folders, and we're gonna have to come in here and add WoW assets to this. So WoW assets, you know, fairly simple. Requires the WoW formats, but I have now moved the material system in here, which will be nice because, you know, now, you know, I don't have to, you know, jump all around. Both those are included with WoW Importer, which, you know, shouldn't really need access to any of that, but all our assets can actually do in there, and the only private asset I have is WMO. What? Okay. So I just didn't get to the others. Gotcha. Okay, those moved just fine. And that moved just fine. I've determined that I am not moving the the BLPs out of the WoW formats. I think that's working just fine. So, not going to push my luck. All right, let's generate again. There we go. So, at the end of the day, formats should only be the information we need to read World of Warcraft files. Whereas assets and importer, they can both work together to actually, you know, get the data in. All right. I mean, I probably could just, you know, take all the asset stuff and move that in, but, yeah, don't want to. Alright, so we are definitely going to get some crashing here in a moment. We're going to build. I want to make sure that we, you know, we're still working. Yep, fatal error. Alright, so public. I have formats in here. There's a public dependency model. So you're saying I can't access the includes from that. Interesting. Oh, you know what? It's because that's not in there anymore. Now it's in assets. Why do you need access to the ADT? asset. I don't think you do. Oh, except right there. To set the parent. Set ADT parent. Oh. Oh. Do I even use the parent? I do not. At least not yet. Is it still compiling? Close that. There we go. Yeah, everything there looks fine. WoW asset. Did I forget something? Yeah, I did. Alright. But, you know, that's why God invented sneakers. What? Yeah, that's why he invented them. What's the WoW formats? Do I need to move that? Oh no, I'm gonna need that. We're starting up and shutting down modules. Captain, starting modules. Probably don't even need those. Okay. That'll probably help a lot. Alright, let's do a build, see what happens. Alright, so I got some breakage, that's fine. Oh, I suppose version could stay in there. There's nothing in there that's, inherently, detrimental. And a lot of things are actually pretty, dependent on it. Generate. Wasn't planning on doing this rearrangement right now, but, sometimes you gotta. Yes, reload. Alright, WoW version is now back into the WoW formats, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of the reading actually depends on the WoW version, so kind of need that. We need to create it. We need a new one. All right. ADT asset, inconsistent dill linkage. WoW assets API. All right. F tile map you. Oh, okay. that's fine. Alright, how's this doing? It's all about incrementally, fixing each bug. You don't want to go too far, because sometimes you'll actually run into an issue where you're fixing a bug and then you try building it and then it turns out that wasn't a bug. And you've just made things worse. Mesh data hides class window? What? Oh, yeah, okay, where's model object, though? Oh, that's in the WoW formats, huh? Yeah, that definitely needs to move. Straight up model object. All right. Why do you keep drinking it? Because it's here. It's filling a cup, and I get thirsty. Rather drink it than not. Alright. And asset. Alright, we're slowly whittling this down. We're getting it there. All right. I don't know. Should I move the actors over to assets? Assets. so sorry about this, guys. I thought we would actually get some decent work done on this, but apparently not. Yes, yes, I know you're there. Alright, you know what? Screw this. Current project. Replace all. Replace those. Place that in the current. Okay, good. So, not going to have any more of those issues. That's the good news. Yeah. Did I just not use enough, or is it actually bad? It kind of tastes bad. But that may be because I'm not using enough of it. I mean, you know, maybe I could dissolve some of these into it. Candy corn. Yep. October is the month where I go out and buy a whole bunch of candy corn and just kind of snack on it throughout the month. Oh. All right, so mesh data hides class member. What do you mean? Include material system. Alright. I mean, see declaration. Oh. That's probably it. I know there are people who find this stuff disgusting. I absolutely love it. Although I can understand why they think that way. Alright, I messed up on that. All the world's candy corn was made in 1947. We've just slowly been going through it. Script. Header. That's mesh data. That's mesh data right there. Cannot include WoW asset. Assets. WoW asset. Try that. Maybe this was a case of something lower down the list was actually causing the problem. I just want to get this to build. Because once you do that, then it might actually... Okay. Okay, what the fuck do they mean by that? Compiler warning. Yeah. I see what they're saying now. Okay. Well, first of all, I don't need that. This. So, what they're basically saying... I can find the damn thing. Wow, did I just suddenly lose it completely? I think I lost it completely. Get mesh data, import, generate meshes. There we are. So the fact that I actually have this listed there actually is not a good thing. So let's peek. So more than likely the issue isn't that, the problem is we're using the same name. So we'll call it, we'll use capital mesh data. Because capitalization matters in C++. So that was probably the problem. Actually, I can guarantee you that was the problem. Now comes the big question. Will this work the same way once we actually get into back into the engine? There's a good chance I might have to rebuild the level. Oh no, that's so terrible. Actually, the actors are still there. They should be fine. Might have to re-import the assets. Although I haven't renamed them, so I just moved them. Should work. Ah, here we go. probably need to do this anyways. Alright, well, while that's working on, let's go back to reading up on how to do this. Alright, so come up with a static mesh name. We make it unique. Got to get the packages. That'll be something. And then we actually create a static mesh object. And then we create a FROM mesh. According to this guy. We have white vertexes, empty vectors. Wow. FROM mesh actually looks like it's what we want. Wedge indices, wedge colors, wedge tangents. And then, okay. Alright, still having some issues. Alright, I'm going to try closing. Every so often this fixes the problem. Alright, load it back up. Actually, close. Delete those. I'm deleting a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just waiting for some files to delete, and then it's getting pretty big. There's like 3 gigs left. Yikes. Okay, so looking at the raw mesh stuff, it looks plausible and somewhat easy. I'm going to look at another one. Here we are. This one uses mesh description. Now this is actually a method I think we tried earlier. Ah, good. It's done. Hey! I am doing some programming, trying to fix up some stuff. I understand that. You know, sometimes I'll get in the mood to stream and, you know, not have any clue what to do. But, you know, I usually just get on and just start doing, well, one of the things I was going to do anyways. Like this, you know, here I'm actually doing some WoW programming. You know, I'm trying to, and when I say WoW programming, I mean I'm trying to import WoW into Unreal Engine. Okay, yeah. Okay, come on. Load up Visual Studio. There we go. Yes, I trust this. Oh, that's right. I was generating. Oh, yeah. I get that too. You're just like, I just want to zombie out and watch a movie or something. I don't want to have to entertain people. And that's really what it is. We're putting on a performance. We're entertaining people. Because, you know, and sometimes we just can't because, like you said, your brain's dead. Yeah, I get that way sometimes. I try to do that off stream, but, you know, there are times when I can't think of anything to do, so I sometimes cancel the stream for that. All right. Let's see how we're doing. Let's build and see if it still has the problem. Because the problem we're running into right now is that it looks like it's trying to use or somehow it thinks some of the functionality for the materials are still in the WoW importer when they're actually now in the WoW assets. Which actually brings up a thought. Do I need to... wait, you know what? I don't even think I need those two in the WoW importer anymore. I don't think wait, no. Actor does use those. Okay. Because Actor does actually have that generate function. At the moment, I just want this to frickin' build. Now, we're actually going to go through here after we get the the meshes to build, and we're actually going to have the we're going to optimize the procedural mesh for WMOs that we make so that it's not split up the way it is in the WoW thing. It's actually going for just the materials. I figured that way it's actually going to work a lot better. Because right now we're actually splitting it up by vertices, by materials, and it's still having that problem. Okay, module WoW assets, unresolved external link, what? Oh, wait. I know what's going on. We have to come to the material system. And we need to actually tell it to frickin' export like a gosh darn boss. There. That should solve that issue. But now... U80T asset. So this is actually having an issue where it's trying to access something. And it looks like it's the F map tile? What? Why do you need that? Now that I understand. So we'll come down here to ADT map tile. Do I need to make this WoW format? Yeah, I probably do. That's probably just that. Just that simple. Let's see if this works. Yeah. It's always a constant, let's see if this works. But for this, I think this might actually be a solution, even if we haven't completely solved the problem. I am looking at, I want to get a new camera. Mostly because I want to be able to zoom in on the background a bit more, so it's more focused on that. Okay. We have lost some of the problems. Alright, let's see. We also need to... Oh, yeah. It's going to be so much fun when Star Citizen's actually native Linux. Alright, looks like I gotta come over here to WMOs and do some work there. So I'll just add that. And... oh yeah, people have it working, but they're actually going to make a native Linux build once they get the new system up and running. The new graphics engine. Do I know why you do? I'm not sure what you're saying with that, I'll be honest. Oh, do I know why you want to get that up and running? Break the stranglehold of Windows? To get it onto consoles? I don't know. Take your pick. Although I think, doing that one would be actually kind of fun. There's no way consoles are ever... well, actually, I won't say that, never. But, at some point, consoles will actually be able to, be able to run it. It's just, 20 years from now. When, all consoles effectively have a 4090 in them. Okay, reference and function, load from data. Get chunk info. Oh, is that? That's utilities. That's true. Yeah, the Windows servers are just no good, quite frankly. Why is... okay, no, actually that makes a lot of sense now that I'm looking at it. Although it shouldn't need to get chunk data. Yeah, native build on Linux, especially for the servers. Yeah. Yeah. And here I am still running Windows 10. Of course, I had to recently upgrade, so... oh, fucking thank God. I had to recently upgrade in order to be able to use some of the new advantages in Unreal Engine 5, like Lumen. Because it turns out, the copy I was using was older than shit, and it didn't support what it needed to do. All right, yep, I had a feeling this would happen. Morty. I'm porking out. Ah. All right. Let's come in here. Actually, no. I want to go to Azeroth 3048. He's not listening. All right. Windows. Partition. There we are. Alright, so 3048. Failed to find object. Okay. Alright, so let's make sure that these... okay, that still works. Good. Alright, so I need to go here, there, everywhere. Game files. We'll go to Wrath of the Lich King, because that's what we're basically testing for right now. World. Maps. Azeroth. Now I'm only loading certain ones. So, let's see. 3048. 3048 through 50. 31. 48 through 50. 32. 48 through 50. Drag and drop. Now, to be clear, I am drag and dropping these assets directly, from their exported ADT files into Unreal Engine. And unfortunately, the import all button doesn't work. But there we go. All the data's here. Save it. I'm honestly surprised the WMOs are still working just fine. Why did the ADTs have a problem? But everything else seems to be okay. Don't think I've made that many changes. Well, if nothing, bad happens while we're doing this, I definitely want to do a commit just so we have this as a backup point. I should probably check on the WMO too. I might actually add a button to the WDT file. Alright, that does not work. It'd be nice to have a button in here, like import all ADTs. Of course, I could also add it right here, import all ADTs. Just a simple function. And it just imports the assets like this. And if we come in here, we can actually see all the assets and import textures and all that. It'll work. All right, so 40, 49, 50. All right, there's that one. The most important one, 3149. Which is effectively Goldshire. Alright. Let's select these. Alright, they're all selected. And now we will generate the landscape, see what happens. Cross our fingers. Alright, looks like most of them worked. Why did you not work? Oh. Because you didn't have anything selected? What? I swear I fixed that. Alright, they... I'm guessing you have the same issue? Yeah. Alright, 32, 48. Weird that those didn't save. Alright, there we are. So it looks like everything is working again. While those save, I'm going to make my commit. Alright. Okay. So, oh. Let's add that. moved assets into a new library. Module. They're modules. Into a new module. Alright. Commit. Alright, so this is our backup point. That's all good. While this is going, we're going to come into here. It's a lot to go through, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, not too much. Alright. So, let's get back into our ADT asset. Excuse me, WMO asset. Get mesh, generate blueprint, and generate mesh. There we go. So, we had that, and come down here to actor. We'll just steal it straight up. All right, so actually gonna have to go over here to steal the slow function. There it is, miss slope function task. All right, so now, collision. Should we add collision? Probably not. Got material. Set it up. And I have to definitely tweak some of this when we get the better stuff going. Material instant constant? Oh, okay. Hey, got that right. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to have each mesh basically be generated for itself. Now, one thing we could actually do here is actually just create one section. So here, now I think we can actually convert a procedural mesh into a static mesh. Now we already have all the code necessary for doing that. We just need to actually generate a procedural mesh. So, procedural mesh component. Procedural mesh. Yeah, there we go. Cool. New object. Procedural mesh with new parent. Correct? Where do I have to put this? New procedural mesh component is undefined. Yep. Figure that. This one actually have the... No, you know what? It's gotta be over here. Procedural mesh component. There we are. Just straight up. Come in here, group number. So there we're going to actually make our procedural mesh. Alright, good. So, you know what? I actually have done some of this code. I just need to remember where it is and how to access it. There we are. Shoot. I feel like I've been doing a lot more code with some of these things. That's just so much easier to use and so much better. And yet I go back to the old system and I'm like, wait, what? Didn't I do this better? Okay, the materials. Yes, the materials. So where's my materials? Right there. This is the one where I actually did a whole bunch of research and stuff. So, I can close that. So now we have to figure out the package name and shit. So, and let's see. Base package name. Alright, so I'm just gonna you know what? Let's just copy all of that. Just to make it a little easier on ourselves. So no static mesh. Unreal mesh. So if it does not exist, then we set all this up. Okay. So, package path is going to be I'm looking at some of the stuff here. You know what? Let's just do this. Copy. Package path is going to be that meshes. That's it. We're done. I don't need that. I don't need that. So here's where we're going to need to actually do the mesh stuff. String mesh name equals, and we'll just do that for right now. Been using Python so much I'm forgetting to add apostrophes at the end. So I don't want. Do I want to create the package? I want to create the package freaking first. Yeah. Okay. So if it does not exist, create the goddamn package. All right. So. Plus mesh data group group ID. Did I ever get around to getting these I feel like I did get around to getting the names. I should have gotten around to the names. Alright, mesh data. Custom textures, mesh description. Okay, so WMO asset, where's our group of names? Group names, there we are. let's do a debug message. Mesh name. Base package name. Oh, okay, well. Unable to build while live packing? You're still? Okay. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Alright, wonder how far you are now. Alright, so on the assumption that these datas are correct, and actually let me take a quick look and see what this is. Okay. I'll have to deal with that later. I mean, I want to deal with it now, but yeah, it's not something I want to do on stream. I just hope that you understand. Okay, so with the assumption that these are correct, and let's jump to that assumption. We have our base package name. Got a correct name. We're now making the package. What's the next step? Looks like then we do that. New procedural mesh component. Okay. Existing mesh. Alright, and my own mesh. Generate LODs. Nope. Create. High mesh net. Create mesh description. Set. Set source data models. Okay, let's jump over to ADT asset, because I know we actually did this here. Generate mesh data. Generate water mesh data. Oh, it was under actor, that's right. Create landscape as Generate height as mesh. Generate height as mesh. Alright. Set visibility. Save procedural mesh to static mesh. Okay, so that's actually something that we did. Alright, so let's actually go there then. Go to definition. F mesh description. Build mesh description. Alright. Move over there. I'm going to need this. Build mesh description. Yeah, that should be good enough. All right. New mesh. Ah, okay. So we can actually just do that. Okay. So Unreal Mesh equals new object, use static mesh from mesh description. What's going on? Okay, no, that should be right. That should work. Why? No arguments. Oh, not mesh description. The procedural mesh. Why do I need mesh description then? We're gonna have nanite set to false for as a default. Hey, how you doing? All right. So now we set the mesh description, and then we build from that description. Yeah, I'm pretty good actually. Okay, so what happens if I just do straight up just make it a new mesh? And we'll do that. I'm not gonna Worry about that for right now, or any of these. Let's see if just... Oh, that's right. Comma, not... Alright, F registry module. Oh, do I not have that in here? Oh, I may not have that in here. Asset library? Yeah, that's probably it. Package fully load. We'll set it to dirty. Dirty load. Huh. Okay, it does all that. And then make sure that any static meshes using this material stop using the material and you need to use the material resource created when we... I'm not certain if I want to use that or not. Okay, alright, it was not that, it was this. Asset and registry mode. Which makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. Looks like that's all we have to do. Just set the packages dirty. Alright, let's try building this. And it fails. Because it's still saving. I've been trying to save this for a while now. Oof. 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 And normally I'd go, no, we'll kill it and we'll come back to it when it works. The problem is I'm saving the landscape, and we need the landscape. Well, at least the that warning went away. Can I tell this to save? I can. Save concurrent. Except I'm not going to. I'm going to let that be the user thing. Okay, so if I have done this correctly, and I'm not certain I have, I will have created the procedural mesh and then baked it to a static mesh, which is then saved. Now, I'm still not certain if I need this, build the static mesh description stuff. We'll see how this works, because we know that just saving it as going to the procedural mesh works. If it works like this, just tossing it into the new object, that saves us so much hassle. We're definitely going to have to go back and rework some of our other assets, especially for the ADTs. But yeah, doing this whole material setup thing, I've really been digging into how assets are actually created, and it's been very helpful. And why is this not saving that fast enough? I don't even know which assets these are. And how much longer is it going to take? Alright. The good news is I think this is going to work. We might have to do a little bit of tweaking here with like getting descriptions and stuff done, but most of this code will work because we've already got most of it set up. And building from a procedural mesh, that's going to make things a lot easier because we can just reuse the same code over and over again. Not that I want to reuse the same code over and over again. In fact, it'd be nice to somehow instance that and return, just one section of it, but That's not quite how things work sometimes. Be nice to use the same code to, you know, generate out the... Ooh. No, except, you know, we have to somehow get it into a point where both the actor and the asset can use it, and that's not exactly easy. Although, quite frankly, just building it with the assets and then just by passing a couple of variables would be nice. Yeah, it's like you pass it the group data. And then it does basically everything for you. Well, you'd also need to get the path name and the... So it's like, you know... Actually, you probably wouldn't need that just to get the, you know... Yeah, what we're basically doing is building just the procedural mesh. So we would need the group data. Okay, that may actually cause a problem. Base material packaging. By the way, I want to mention once again that we are actually going to be doing Batman Arkham Knight starting tomorrow. All the way through Halloween, we're going to try doing speed runs. I've never done speed runs with Arkham Knight. I have no doubt that I will fail spectacularly. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I guess that was just it, just that, huh? Yeah, I guess that was the only one. Alright. Save that just to be safe. Okay, I guess while we wait, we can try starting to generate a blueprint. Problem with that is I want to prototype the blueprint first, and then build it in code. Because there are some things that'll be easy to do with the blueprint system, but other things it's, you know, just as easy to do in this, but, you know, actually generating the blueprint would be a bit trickier. So anyways, the way we're actually looking at it is we're going to have a global WoW blueprint. So let's actually make this now. WoW blueprint. I think I need to do the WoW assets because it's going to be used pretty much everywhere. Oh, this needs... Or should it be F? No, U is fine. It's going to be an object. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the KJ crew. I'm surprised that you haven't yet. That was weird. It's just, I didn't get the alert. Or is that alert just like really, really old? I could have sworn you've already followed. Well, welcome again anyways. Alright. Public U. There we go. Yeah, it was kind of surprising. Yes, you know, I didn't get the alert in my head, so I don't know if you guys heard it, but I saw it in the chat, and I'm like, wait, didn't she already follow already? I could have sworn she already had. Who knows? All right, what's this? Oh yeah, include core minimal .h. That should keep things at bay. Ah. Oh, okay, I get it. You accidentally unfollowed and had to refollow. That makes perfect sense. Alright, so... WoW version. Well, actually, no. It doesn't need a WoW version, does it? No, the blueprint doesn't care. Source asset. View property. Property. Blueprint. Read only. Visible anywhere. Edit defaults only. That makes the most sense to me, I think. Or edit anywhere. Yeah, edit anywhere. Does that mean I gotta make it read right? No, let's just make it read only for the blueprints. But you can change it anywhere. Alright. View scene component. Is WoW asset? I think it's a class. Yes, it is. View class. type abstract. So you can make them from this, but you can't use this specifically. Root. Create an implementation. Oh, I don't have a blueprint header? Oh. I'll fix that! Let's see, where does this go? Asset? Yeah, okay. Wow. Blueprint. CPP. Colonial Protection Protections. Yes, we'll add that, because I don't think I'm going to be changing that. Come back. Generate. Reload. Okay, there's that. Include blueprint.header. Header J. Root equals new object. And let's see, gotta include scene component. Components slash scene component dot h. Scene component. Wait, this is not right. I know this is not right. Let's make sure. Alright, that's gonna go over there. Okay, there we go. That's not new object, new default sub-object. And then text root. I am root. Assets. Wow, blueprint. Frau Bluka. Okay, so While that is helpful, that was not what I was looking for. No. Ah, there we go. Get root component and set root component. Did I get that right? Looks like I did. Good. Alright. And looks like we can finally build. Guess this finally saved. And turn that off. Because as much fun as that sometimes is, I want to be able to just work with this. What's going on? Oh, yes, that would be helpful. Include WoW blueprint generated.h. Am I gonna need that in the others? Probably. Include WoW blueprint .h. WoW blueprint. I forgot the generated body in the other one. I knew stuff was missing. Alrighty. I need another hit. Gotta get my candy corn. Oh, get some errors. Every October I get myself a small bag of candy corn, small, and I just kind of devour it over the course of the month. Only month I do something like that. Well, I do get a lot of stuff out of that from Christmas, but it's not stuff that I go running for. If that makes sense. Okay, so these are things from an actor, not a blueprint. So that actually brings up a question. Blueprint C++ set root object. Create root components using blueprint variable. What? And all right, no. I don't get that, but yeah. Set root component of a blueprint. I think candy corn is the most talked about, you know, candy in that, in terms of hate. But I don't know if it's actually hated. I mean, it seems to move constantly, so. Is it that it's really hated? Or is it that the haters speak louder than the people who love it? Or at least enjoy it? That did not help me at all. That does not help me. How to make blueprints. Alright, well, let's just look up blueprint C++. Okay, so do I have to make this an actor blueprint? So now this other code that I had will work. And actually, let's just... Unrecognized music. Yeah, I guess, it being, we would be making it an actor rather than a U blueprint. And by making that one change, that solves a whole bunch of stuff. All right, we succeeded. And if candy corn wasn't enough to get me going, I got some of this peppermint bark too. It's, you know, basically white chocolate with you know, candy, crushed up candy canes on it, covered, you know, covering a pretzel. So, definitely good. All right. Oh, the WMOs did not survive. What survived was the mesh data we had already generated. So, we actually need to come in here. Azeroth, buildings. Wait, what am I doing? That's stupid. Well, since I know that, you know, these are basically... Don't want to call them garbage. Come in here. Oh, taking up the whole screen, huh? Okay, nope. Place WMOs. Importing that. So, definitely got to redo this little function for the importing, because now we can actually look. This is what we've been working on. This is importing World of Warcraft into Unreal Engine. It's where you've been this entire time. Through, removing all the assets without assets. Yeah, I do not want Stormwind in there. Alright. Let's well, let's start with the Abbey Gate. That's going to be a simple one. We'll come here. Right-click, generate static meshes. Crash! Alright, so what was the issue? On WO asset, line 280, huh? Okay, so... Oh, okay. The group names... Okay. Oh, group ID is... Ah, frack. Okay, so what's going on is basically... Group ID is actually the, how far into the group name string that it should read. Which means what I need this to do is access a different section. Okay, I need to open up the asset. Make sure that I'm going to the right location. Alright, go to the root file. GN, get string from index. Alright. So now that should work. the very least, I won't crash. At least not there. It's always nice when you get a crash, because then you're like, what's the problem? And how can I solve it? Is it easy to solve? And the answer is usually yes. And then there's the problems where you have absolutely no idea what to do, but that's because, you know, you don't know enough. It's pretty much what it is. You can go in and you go, wait, what? What did that mean? I have no idea what that means. Index? Yeah. Going too far. And then it's like, oh, we just had a problem here. Okay, what was the problem? I don't know. This had a crash. Yes, but what caused it? You just have to back up and try and figure it out until you find something that actually changes it. Then you see if you can figure out a new way of doing it. Alright, go shower in. Fill the water. Alright, I'm just going to select all these, delete, and then replace, because that will automatically re-import all the WMOs. This big one is Stormwind. Turn those all off. Definitely want to save those. Well, maybe not Stormwind. I don't even know why there's two of these. It'd be nice if it wasn't just taking up the whole screen. I think this thing I'm pretty certain this whole thing just, you know, froze on. 18 gigs. That's tough to crash. Tell it to leave! Not enough time! Alright. Alright. Double check that this actually loads up. Come on. I wanted to make sure this actually had the data before I tried to, you know, create anything from it. Oh, there we go. Yes. Good. Close that. All right. Are you gonna let me interact? Maybe? Possibly? No? Come on. Well, the CPU's going. Let's see if the memory changes. Right now, it's not. It's stuck at 17. Oh, no, it did actually move, so it's definitely doing something. It'd be nice if it actually responded. No? Okay. It's gonna be nice when we can actually get to places like Procedural. Tons of trees everywhere. We get to see, the fog, and hopefully the sunlight actually penetrates through the canopy. That could be beautiful. Or it's just a bunch of ambient glow light. Come on. No? Fine. I'm gonna be a meanie about it then. I don't wanna, but I think I might have to, actually delete all the WMOs and save it, and that's gonna take forever. At least the landscapes aren't that bad for... Well, no, the landscapes are the worst! What am I talking about? Alright. Delete. We got WMO over there. We'll just delete those two. Save all. Yeah. Oh. Unload. Load. Sometimes that fixes these issues. Delete. Save. There we go. Alright. So we come back here. Azeroth, no, not there. WMOs, Azeroth buildings, Goldshire. Alright. Place WMOs. Import with WoW 3. Oh, starting with Stormwind, huh? I could tell because it's taken a long time to import it. There we go. Let's save this. This might take a bit. Fortunately, it's not the ADTs that need to save. It's just the new WMOs. And any, Oh, good, that wasn't that long. Alright, let's start with the blacksmith. Generate static niches. Alright, it had a problem. Still on 280, huh? exception validation address. Ooh. Alright, so f string group name equals and we add the group name. Hopefully this works. We'll find out. Good news is all that data is pretty much saved. This is just, you know, interpreting it. Do I have... No, I do not. Okay. So I'm going to... I can close that. I need to go to saved, logs, WoW logs. I'm going to open this up. This will give me a very up to the moment idea of what's going on. All right. So for this, we should just be able to just straight up convert. Azeroth buildings, right click, generate. And we're having our access. Okay, yeah, it's definitely having an issue with the it's definitely having an issue right here. Okay. Go to definition. I feel like that might make a difference. Not a big difference, but a difference. Alright, I'm gonna close these blueprint parts. I have a feeling it's gonna be a while before we can get to that. Okay, let's actually come into our WO root functions. And we'll add a function, f string, get group name from group ID, int 32. Just a very simple function. and chunk. If mug and chunk equals null, return f string. Return mug and chunk, get string from index, group ID. There. F-string none. So this will probably solve the issue, because I think we're running into an issue where that was not set up correctly. So get group name from ID. Alright, so it's probably going to be none for some of these. It'd be terrible if they were all none, though. Get unique name. Could have sworn I saw somebody using that. It's probably one of those tutorials I was reading. Make unique object name. They want me to have a package name in here. Yeah, no. Of course, the worst part is if this doesn't work, then more than likely they're all going to be returning none. Yeah, it still tastes weird, but it's got a... still pretty strong. So if it returns, basically none for all of these, Well, we'll know what's going on. Actually, no. We'll have a whole new set of issues to deal with. But it probably has to do with, the WMOs not being fully loaded. Whatever is going on with this. Taking forever to load. Group names. There are 2. Alright. Generate static meshes. Okay. This is now somewhere else. Yay. Uh, 166. That data is not saved. That's what the problem is. Oh. I don't want to save it in between. The solution here is fairly simple. I just don't want to do it. We're going to take a short break while I think about this and use the bathroom. Be right back. I'm going about this wrong. I'm still used to the camera being there. I'm going about this wrong. We've been trying to figure out why group ID does not equal the string, when in truth, we need to do it the other way around. We need to add a new piece of data that specifies the index into the names that the name is. So let's remove that function because we don't need that anymore. What we do need, and I can close a lot of this, we have an array of our group file names, which is actually saved. What we need to do now is actually go into our mesh data, specifically the group data. Which I think is in this model object one. And what we need to do if this will actually catch up to my thoughts. This is the problem with having so many things open at once. So we have the mesh, we have group ID. So now we need another int 32 visible group name ID. So now we have a little bit more data to actually try and put into this. Now, group ID theoretically should be the same as group name ID, but it is not, and I have no idea why. So we're just going to leave group ID as is and work on adding group name ID. So, bump bump. All right, model points, mesh data, group mesh data. Okay, so we need to go now into WMO asset. And let's go skip all that, skip all this, skip all that. Generate mesh data. This is where we need to be. So here's group data. This is group data files G. Group file data. MDG group name ID equals group data group name. Fuck it, we'll just do that. F string group name. Still not sure what the ID is, but I don't care at this point. The group name is actually more important to me. So now we can come up here and just go dot group name. All right. Now, for this to work, we actually are going to have to re-import. Wait, do we? No, we don't. I was thinking, oh my gosh, we have to re-import everything. No, we don't. We just have to rebuild the asset, which we're doing anyways. Yeah, right up here. Get mesh asset. You know what? I just noticed. Probably part of the reason why this is not working. Mesh data does not equal mesh data. And current block. Repeat. There. So after generating, it was actually using the global one as opposed to our local version. And you know, that probably would be good too. I mean, we could just tell it to regenerate. We don't even have to get it. But I kind of feel like having it separate here is probably a wise idea. Alright. Watch it just all work now. It's nice that it actually is set up with the group name already. We just have to swap that data in. I'm surprised I forgot to add that in. I kept thinking, oh, I could get the name from the group data. From the group ID. But nope. Because I forgot that group ID is a kind of global thing that they set up. We're not really ever going to need it. Because, you know, the way we deal with assets is very different. Okay. Generate static meshes. Okay, where'd they go? Base package name. Goldshire Blacksmith. Oh, is this one of those things where, you know, it needs to be updated? Because sometimes I run into that. Landscape material? No. Alright, don't save. Let's try loading it back up and see what happens. It's entirely possible that it's there, entirely possible that it's not. But it wasn't crashing, and it was actually giving me the right information over there. Okay, no, it did not generate the static meshes. Even though it says that they should be, well, World, WMO, Azeroth, Buildings, Goldshire Blacksmith, and then there should be meshes. Yeah. It looks like it should work, but I'm not seeing it. Which tells me that there's definitely some more functionality we need to do. So let's start with that. It wasn't telling me that it was doing it, it just told me that the names were correct. Let's be specific here. Yes. Specificity. So hopefully this will actually fix that. I'm not even sure what fast build means. Alright. Okay, well, first of all, that's wrong. Because it's just giving me Goldshire. You know. Now that's actually giving me the correct name. Using shader map, I don't care. Mesh name, package name. Oh, that's interesting. It's giving me static mesh name over here. But right here, it's actually doing what I want. That's fascinating. Okay, so that's not working. So, let's see. Edit change. Null. Post edit change. Nope, don't save. Don't need any of it. Dun, 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 dun. Almost tastes too sweet. I mean, yeah, maybe I did over-saturate it, but it's also like it's so tart it's not sweet enough. Removes all components from their scenes. Might actually have to do the recreate components part too. Static mesh 0 is to generate tangents. I'll do that later. Alright, okay, it definitely did more stuff with this. Alright, well, let me try looking this up again. Convert. Procedural. Mesh. To static mesh. C++, yes. bugs fly right in front of me. Okay. Okay, got the package name, yes. Raw mesh data we are filling. So, if mesh description, polygons, num, greater than 0, create our static mesh object. Source static mesh. Mesh. Use static mesh, proc mesh. Okay. Name. Public RF standalone. Is that any problem? I'm not sure what. Cannot convert from F string to U constant class. Outer package. F name. Building it now. I remember us running into this issue before. Alright, converting procedural mesh to static mesh at runtime. A static mesh into a procedural mesh. Now that's the opposite of what I want. Alright. Well, that one seemed to work. So is it just the F name issue? I'll F your name. What? Generate. This taking me back to the same line? Pretty much. Then that. Alright. Mesh description. Description. False. Then he had collision in here, but so I guess we never got this working. All right. Let's try this. Let's make a new one with the package name rather than procedural mesh, because we're getting that from the description. We don't need to actually add that to the new object. So that's probably very likely what the issue is. I wonder. Are those actually being generated in the content browser? No, they are not. At least not in the folder they should be. They're not in the folder that should be kept in. Alright. Hey! Hey! Okay, that looks all good. But the problem is there's no material slots. It's getting the UVs. It's got the default texture on there for right now, but the fact that it generated, I'm very happy. And inside, we've got the same. Yep. Okay, so now we just have to figure out what's going on with textures. I mean, it should be doing everything. It's, you know, textures should be generating. So let's come back here. I can actually close this out. Now that it's actually generating, I'm very happy about that. Not gonna tempt my fate. So it looks like, you know, just switching that up to package solved the issue, which means you know, that's our solution for the other ones. But we're not going to worry about that just now. We're going to actually focus more on getting the materials to function. I mean, this should be setting the materials, and that's setting the material. Static mesh material. Generate static mesh. Mesh asset. Building a static mesh. All right. Static mesh attributes description. Oh, okay. Okay. Get material. Get static materials. Material. F static material. Okay, what's an F static material? F static material. Material interface. Okay, what we're going to actually do is at this level, come up here, create a T-array. F static materials. Static material list. All right, F static material new mat. Mat material slot name equals material name. F name. Material prefix. I don't even know what a material prefix is. Oh, I think I know. At any rate, texture name. So we're actually going to do that. New mat imported material interface. Imported material slot name. UV channel data equals 0. Right? material interface equals material. Static material list. Add new map. Alright, so now down here, for int m equals 0, and there's this thing num m plus plus. Okay, that should work. That should solve our material issue. Nice part is getting this all figured out now. It's going to make things a lot easier when we try to do other things like, you know, import the doodads. There's a lot of dust up there. Huh. It's going to become even more helpful when we try to fix the ADTs. Of course, what's really going to be fun is trying to get the ADTs to work with a landscape. You have to do a lot of configuring for that. You have to figure out exactly what the size is and how to convert, you know, the landscape size to that. All right. Try blacksmith. Generate static meshes. Come in here. Hey, look at that. Original imported material name. Okay, so that's what that is. All right. Imported material slot name equals fname texture. And we'll just do that straight up. So we have a simple slot name, we have the imported material slot name, which will actually contain the full pathway, and then we have the actual material itself. Here's a question. Why is there two of these? One glows, one does not. That's probably what it is. Now these ones just all glow. So now the fact that we actually have this as a static mesh makes a lot of things easier for us in a lot of different ways. But it also means if we save these, okay, I think we're going to make a change there. It means we can now come in here and actually make a blueprint. So I'm just going to make a quick one right here, just so we have a temp blacksmith. I'm going to set that to right there. Attach to the blacksmith. Alright, so now we want to have our root scene, which we have. Actually, you know what? I'm going to reparent this. Alright. So now, this is going to actually add 2 static mesh components. And this one's going to be the outside. This one's going to be the inside. And there we go. Nice part is this is not generated. This is just straight up how it looks. Granted, it's from our generated, data, but if we were to look at this, we could actually see, oh, it's a blueprint. We'd be able to come here and edit the blueprint, and let's say we come in here and want to make some sort of change, like just swap the exterior models. We could do that, and that will affect literally every single version that's using this blueprint. But this is also where we'll add something like a doodad. Okay, we'll okay, common doodads. Okay, we also need to add some more. Doodad set 1. Duplicate. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that suddenly went crazy. Alright, there we go. We got 3 in common doodads. So, for WMOs, this is basically going to be, is we're have, common doodads and then just, doodads, and then we'll have a variable in here, int, or current doodad set. Make that an int, public. Now, while we can, manually just, swap this up however we want, I'm just going to hard code this to be a maximum of 2. Also going to change it from doodad set 1 to doodad set 0. 1. And then 2. That way it matches up. We count 0 because we're math nerds. Okay, so now I can, use this to swap between them. And what this would actually look like is we will have a function, probably already pre-built in the, well, it'll definitely be pre-built into the WMO version of this. But, custom event, update, doodad, set. I think they're, event dispatchers, doodad, set, updated, or changed. All right. Bind. Actually, no, not here. Here. Switch on int. Actually, sequence. Sequence this bitch. So, get, set visibility, propagate the children. New visibility, none. And we'll just plug those all in. And then we can just set it up to this. And by default, it's going to do nothing. Because if it doesn't have the right set, it doesn't deserve it. Alright, there we go. So now, as we change this, it will swap to the different doodad sets, and let's actually add some, stuff here, just so we can see that this is actually working. All right. So. We've added a cube, which we'll put right here, and a sphere. And this cube, we're going to scale up and rotate and kind of shove it in this corner. And then finally we have this little sphere that will be back over here and scaled up. Alright, so this is just a, come on, there we go. This is just an example. So we'll compile, save, come in here, and you can see they're all active for some stupid reason. But as we, change our sets, they should all... What the hell? Oh. Probably because I accidentally put them under the wrong things. Okay, so now, as we switch between these, you can see the different doodad sets show up. Now, what I would like is, we have this little function, and we have current doodad set, and I wanted that when we change this, it changes that. So that may have to be something. This may end up being just straight up replace, or even the basis for, this actor might be the basis for our blueprints. So, but just as a template, so you guys can see what the plan is, I think this is pretty good. The fact that we got this to actually, work is actually a minor miracle. So I think one of the next things we're going to have to work on is probably getting doodads to import. But, there's a couple more things I want to do with the blueprints. But this is all, things that we're getting pretty good at getting towards. Very slowly making our way through. The fact that it converts over to static meshes is fantastic. I love that. That is wonderful. I'm going to have to kind of put it through its paces a bit more, though. I want to make sure that everything can convert over to that. And actually, now that I think about it, if we just come over here and let's take a look at the Goldshire Inn and convert to static. And there they are. So this is now a static mesh. These all are. And this is how it's basically seen from the perspective of World of Warcraft. These are all separate meshes with their own materials and everything. So now when we do the generate mesh, we can, for the dynamic, stuff, we can actually, we might actually be abandoning that altogether. I mean, it's nice to have it in here, but it's generated in the world, and actually having it as a static mesh is a better option. Why? Very simply, it's much more easily reused. Every time we come over here and we build a farm, we have to build the same mesh over and over again. By building these static meshes, all we have to do now is actually tell it to, we just have to tell it to. We just have to tell it to use this whenever we build the blueprint. So hitting this generate blueprint button should generate us the blueprint, which will have the meshes already attached and everything. That's the plan. That's what we're working towards, and that's probably going to be the next time you see me working on this project. The problem is I'm probably also going to be still working on this project even off stream. I do want to work on this more. I do want to work on it more on stream, but we are nearing the end of October. I've got to get into some spooky games and spooky stuff because that's what you do in October. And during October, in our spooky time, we play Batman Arkham Knight. And the reason for that is I like it, and it's a Halloween game. And it's not too spooky. Alright, let's see. But we've already done it, like, I want to say we've done Arkham Knight, like, 2 times. And each time we do the storyline, and we might do some extra stuff. And this time we're doing something different. We're going to try and speed run it. Because I have never really tried doing a speed run. It'll be interesting. I got to get a couple of things set up, but that shouldn't be too hard. I'm hoping we can start this tomorrow. If nothing else, I think we're going to try and do as many of the my remaining achievements as possible. So it might be doing a new game plus. Who knows? But we'll find out tomorrow. I hope you'll all join me then. Until then, good night. Have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, because that actually, really, really helps me. Thank you. Good night, everyone.